First with a record of 20 wins, 1 loss, 16 wins coming by way of knockout. He won the world title with an 11th round knockout over Adonis Stevenson in December 2018. A 2012 Olympian representing his native Ukraine. Please welcome the former WBC light heavyweight champion of the world, Alexander "The Nail" Gvozdyk. And his opponent with a record of 28 wins, no losses, 24 wins coming by way of knockout. He put together a tremendous 2023, defeating former world champion Caleb Plant in a March slugfest before stopping the previously unbeaten Demetrius Andrade in November. Please welcome the undefeated two-time super middleweight world champion making his light heavyweight debut. Here is the undefeated David El Monstro Benavides. These two great fighters, David Benavides and Alexander Gvozdyk, will meet for the interim WBC Light Heavyweight World Championship. And now introducing at this time with a record of 18-0 with 12 knockouts. This undefeated lightweight contender defeated a slew of contenders to rise up to the 135-pound rankings, including Artem Hartunian, Jackson Mariñez, and Romero Duno. Originally from Indianapolis, Indiana, now fighting out of Dallas, please welcome the undefeated world-ranked lightweight contender, Frank the Ghost. And his opponent representing Baltimore, Maryland, as he most recently stopped Ryan Garcia at round number 7 of their 2023 Super Fight. His record, 29 wins, no losses, 27 big wins coming by way of knockout. He's a 5-time 3-division world champion and the reigning and defending WBA lightweight champion of the world, Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Tank Davis and Frank the Ghost Martin heating things up already in anticipation of their showdown for the WBA Lightweight Championship of the World. We'll invite our guests, our trainers, to join us here at the podium.
I don't need nobody to fight for you, nigga. I'm gonna fight for you, man. I'm gonna fight for you. I don't need nobody to fight for you. I'm gonna fight for you. We're gonna get it, man. You know what time.
Once again, things heating up already for this main event in WBA Lightweight Championship of the World. Fighters, take your seats.
I ain't none of them. I ain't none of them. I ain't none of them.
Yeah, it's time.
Yeah, I ain't none of them. It's time. For sure. You the first show. For sure.
It's time.
We'll have a chance to hear from both of these fighters momentarily using the microphones. Should be interesting. I want to bring to your attention this live event will go on sale Wednesday, May the 8th, starting at 10 a.m. through ASX.com. Now, this is certainly going to be a sold-out event. Pre-sale tickets will be available this Tuesday, May the 7th from 10 a.m. Pacific Time to 10 p.m. Pacific Time. Once again, that's through AXS.com. For the pre-sale, you must use the code BOXING. That'll get you in there for this truly, definitely, definitively sold out event. This event is promoted by GTD Promotions, Samson Boxing, TGB Promotions, and Man Down Promotions. Now it is my pleasure to introduce to you one of our hosts here at the MGM Grand. He and his team have done such a terrific job throughout the years. Once again, this is marking the 100th fight here at the MGM. Please welcome Executive Director of Public Relations for MGM Resorts International, introducing Scott Gertner.
Well, thank you, Jimmy. I'm not sure how I can follow that introduction, but we'll see. And good afternoon, everyone, to our fans watching on the live stream, to the media, to our event partners. And on behalf of our president, Bill Hornbuckle, president and CEO, Bill Hornbuckle, our executive vice president of entertainment, Chris Baldazan, and the entire MGM Resorts family, we look forward to having a great event in June. June 15th is going to be a historic evening here as we celebrate the 100th championship fight night at the legendary MGM Grand Garden Arena. As many of you all know, for those of you, especially you esteemed journalists who have been here, I see a few of you guys in the crowd, including Jimmy and Jim Lampley, Dan, Lance, Norm, and others. Over the course of the last 3 decades, we've hosted some of the biggest names and events in sports and entertainment. And specifically why we're here today is to talk about the biggest fights in the sport's history, whether it was multiple battles between Barrera and Morales, whether it was Foreman Moore, Tyson Holyfield 1 and 2, and Mayweather Pacquiao. Next month will definitely be no different. We talk a lot about in Las Vegas now as a major sports capital of the world and a destination. We have quickly over, I'd say, 5 years evolved into the sports and entertainment capital of the world. And it is certainly because of the MGM Grand Garden Arena and boxing that has helped support that evolution. On behalf of the company, I'd like to just give a special thanks to Al Heyman, Tom Brown, Bruce Binkow, Brittany Goosen Brown, and the entire TGB Promotions team, our longtime colleague Leonard Ellerby, the Prime Video team, and of course the Nevada State Athletic Commission for bringing this championship event to the MGM Grand Garden Arena. I'd also like to thank, and I know she kind of works behind the scenes, but one last shout out to my teammate and our director of PR, Catherine Scherer. For those of you guys who come here for a long time, Kat, it is a major undertaking to put these media centers together and to work with our team around credentials and work with our Swanson Communications colleagues, whether it's Radio Row or what have you. But for nearly 10 years now, of her 14 years with the company, Kat has been leading and spearheading the effort. And so to Kat, thank you and appreciate it. So thanks again. I know you guys want to hear from the fighters, not me. So enjoy today's press conference, and we look forward to seeing you for the historic event in June.
Thank you, Scott, for leading such a historic place and a historic moment coming up June 15th. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you a true man of boxing. He's been involved with the sports for so many years as a great matchmaker, putting together some of the world's greatest fights. And as president of TGB, he is steering the operation to provide boxing fans some of the greatest fights ever. And now this new partnership with Prime Video. Please welcome the president of TGB Promotions, Tom Brown.
Thank you, Jimmy. Gervonta Tank Davis is not only one of the best boxers in boxing today, he's also one of the sport's biggest stars. His fan base is off the charts. He's one of the most explosive and dangerous fighters in the world, and he's also a huge attraction at the gate, being one of boxing's biggest box office stars. His last fight here in Las Vegas was the event of the year. It was also the biggest event at the numbers-wise at the box office. Tank cracked the top 10 in Nevada's all-time top 10 largest grossing boxing events in Nevada. He'll be taking on the undefeated challenger, Frank Martin. It's Jimmy said with a record in 18-0, 12 knockouts. Martin's an athletic, hard-hitting southpaw. He's coming off a win over an undefeated former Olympic bronze medalist. He does things the right ways. He doesn't take shortcuts in the gym, and his team believes he's ready to shine on June 15. Thank you.
Hey, we fighters. It ain't
Thank you, Tom. Tom's on his way to the T-Mobile Arena as we have our big fight coming up later. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, my pleasure to introduce to you a famed and colorful boxing promoter. Colorful not just for his style in and out of the ring, but really, by the way, his colorful way of promoting and speaking and delivering the truth. Please welcome Leonard Ellerbe.
Thank you. I'd like to thank Amazon, PBC, GTD Promotions, and the MGM. Everyone in the world has been anticipating the return of Gervonta Tank Davis. And you ask the question, why? Very simple. He's the most exciting fighter in the entire world. When I think of the face of boxing, I think of him. He's the guy that's having the most impact in the sport, especially with the younger generation becoming new boxing fans. There's a big resurgence of boxing fans that have came to the sport, and we can look none other than to my right. He's the reason why. He's the most talked about fighter in the entire sport, and there's only one reason why. Because he comes and he delivers and gives the fans exactly what they want. He gives them their money's worth. No matter where I go, whether soccer games, track meets, youth basketball games, they're talking about one guy, and they're always coming up to me. When is Tank Davis fighting? Ladies and gentlemen, June the 15th, we're gonna get exactly what we want to see. And that's another Tank Davis knockout.
Thank you, Leonard. At this time, not only do we have great fighters, world-class fighters on this card, but we have world-class promoters as well. A tremendous team. At this time, my pleasure to introduce to you one of boxing's busiest and hottest promoters from Samson Boxing. Please welcome Samson Lukowicz.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for the opportunity to Amazon, to BBC, Tom Brown, my friend, my amigo. Well, June 15, everybody think that Benavidez is thinking about another fighter, and that's totally true. It's not true. He's thinking about a man that he was a world champion and very proud Ukrainian, and I want to say, peace for Ukrainian. Thank you very much. I see you on June 15.
Thank you, Samson. Now it's time to hear from our fighters. Before we do, I want to acknowledge Gvozdik's trainer joining us, and he'll get a chance to answer some questions and speak one-on-one. Marco Contreras, please welcome him.
Hello, everybody.
Get a chance to speak later. We're going to move on to our fighters. Excuse me for the interruption, but we do want to get through this. Hey, let me introduce to you the former light heavyweight world champion. We want to hear from it this time. Record of 20 wins, 1 loss, 16 wins coming by way of knockout. He's the former light heavyweight world champion from Ukraine, now fighting out of Southern California, and the current world-ranked contender. Please welcome Alexander the Nail Gvozdyk. Alexander, a few words, opening words, please, from the microphone.
Hello, people. I'm so excited to be here again. I'm so excited to get a chance to fight for the title again against a great opponent, top opponent. So I'll do my best to not leave you disappointed, and we're gonna put a great show on June 15. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And across the table, before we hear from the two-time world champion, we want to recognize his trainer, who will get a chance to speak a little bit later on some one-on-ones. We want to acknowledge David Benavidez' father and trainer, Jose Benavidez Sr. And now let's hear from the two-time world champion, Tremendous record, 28-0, 24 knockouts. From Phoenix, Arizona, please welcome the undefeated two-time super middleweight champion of the world, making his light heavyweight debut, David El Monstro Benavides.
Hey, what's up, guys? I just want to tell everybody thank you so much for coming. This is a dream come true for me. You know, I've always been wanting to fight on a card with Gervonta Davis, and now that we got it set up, this is going to be the biggest card of the year. Very excited. I got a tough opponent in front of me with Alexander Bosnick. He's only had one loss to Artur Beterbiev, so I got my work cut out for me on June 15th. But man, I'm going up there. I feel strong, feel great, and I'm gonna go capture another title. Thank you guys so much.
I now want to recognize the trainer for the fighter to my left, the undefeated world rank contender. Like the others, you get a chance to hear from him a little bit later, but Frank Martinsteiner, please welcome the former trainer of the year, one of the greats, Derek James. And now let's hear from the undefeated challenger. His record 18-0, 12 knockouts. He's done everything to earn his spot in this world title challenge. The undefeated contender promoted by Errol Spence Jr.'s Man Down Promotions, the current acclaimed world-ranked lightweight contender. Please welcome Frank the Ghost Martin. Frank, start us off with a few words, what your thoughts are on being here this afternoon in this upcoming huge event.
Well, it's a blessing just to be here. You know, it's a blessing to get this type of opportunity to come out and, you know, show the world what I'm about. You know, I got to take hats off. I appreciate, you know what I mean? I appreciate Gervonta Davis, you know, for even taking the fight. You know, I believe they fucked up by taking this fight. But, you know, I do appreciate them giving me this opportunity to, you know, show the world what I'm about. You know, I'm just ready to go out and shock the world and shit, do what I do what people think I can't do.
Thank you very much, Frank. We'll get a chance to hear from both of the fighters a little bit later on both the main event, co-main event in this huge night coming your way, June the 15th. And at this time, we do want to acknowledge Tank Davis's trainer. Again, you get a chance to have some one-on-ones with him later, but we do want to acknowledge him, Calvin Ford. Welcome, Calvin. And now we introduce one of the greats in boxing today. You've heard from Leonard Ellerby explaining why. It's certainly true. His record, 29-0 with 27 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the five-time three-division world champion, the reigning and the defending undefeated WBA lightweight champion of the world, Gervonta Tank Davis.
I just want to take my hats off to everybody that came out to this press conference. Amazon Prime, MGM Grand, even David Benavides. You know, I wanted David Benavides fight before, I think when he fought Caleb Plant. And at first I didn't know that, you know, he was one of them guys. Till I actually, you know, went to his fight and put the earphones on and, you know, I was close up. So I'm definitely excited to be on a card with someone like him, a guy just like explosive. So I feel as though like, even if during the 15th, the pay-per-view was $100, it's worth it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's gonna be $100, but if it was $100, it's worth it for sure. So I'm definitely looking to it from just all around the board, just being back in the ring. You know, I've been off for a long time. I been in jail, I been on a house arrest and things like that. I'm just happy to be back here where I'm comfortable at, where I'm, you know, I could be flawless and, you know, and do what I do best, and that's give you fans the best boxing you seen up to date, you know. So come June the 15th, I ain't really with, you know, a lot of talk. He's trying to show that he's a front runner.
That's all you do is talk on Twitter.
He put on for the people that he come with,
That's all you do is talk on Twitter.
They thugs and shit like that. But I'm telling you,
that's all you do is talk on
it's
Twitter.
a different beast in front of him. It's a different beast in front of him. Nobody that's walking with him, holding him hand in hand, is not gonna be able to save him June the 15th.
It's just
I'm
me
telling
and
you, and it's a lot of shit built up. It's a lot built up, and I'm gonna take it out on him. Sorry, it's gonna be him. I'm telling you.
I guess we both got a lot of shit built up.
All right, thank you very much, Tank. Truly, The boxing world is happy to have you back and see you in action. We're going to get a chance to hear from both of these fighters. You get your chance to talk back. But we're going to start with the light heavyweight world championship that is on the line on June the 15th. I want to hear from David Benavidez first. David, I know you as a longtime boxing fan, respecting the history of the sport as well. Now, what does it mean to you? You're in the 100th fight here at the MGM Grand. You're fighting along with Tank Davis. You had mentioned how much that means to you. Tell us a little bit more about this event and what it means to you to be part of it.
Like I said, for us being the 100th fight at the MGM Grand, it's a dream come true, and it couldn't have been any better. Gervonta Davis headlining, me co-main event. It's going to be a great, great fight, great card, and I'm just excited, man. I'm very excited for this. We're definitely going to get the people what they want to see.
Thank you, David. Alexander, you are back on the big stage of boxing for the light heavyweight world championship. How does it feel to be back in this?
It feels just great. You know, was my goal after my pause, and then I'm come back. This kind of fight, this quality fight was my goal of my comeback.
What does it mean to you to represent your home country of Ukraine in this fight?
It means a lot for me, and I'm great that people gonna know that Ukrainians are strong and brave people, and it means a lot for me.
Thank you. David, why was now the right time for you to move up from super middleweight to light heavy?
But this is the right time to move up to super light heavyweight because I did everything I could do at 168. I've been there for 10 years. But the only other thing I had to achieve was, fighting for the unified world titles. And Canelo Alvarez is holding all of them. So he doesn't want to give me the fight. I've been mandatory for the past 3 years. I've done everything I could do to get that fight. I still haven't got it. So I'm not going to wait around for nobody. I'm going to go and make my own lane at 175, and that's exactly what I'm doing.
David, what are your goals at 175? How far can you go in this division? And is this it? From now on, 175?
My goal is to become unified world champion at 175 and just reign there and then maybe go up to cruiserweight. So I still have a lot to grow. I'm 27 years old, so I'm still doing a lot in this sport. So I just want to accomplish the dreams I set out for myself with that when I was a little kid.
Alexander, what have you seen in David Benavidez? What kind of challenge does he present to you?
Well, to be in the ring with him, it's actually a tough place to be. And he's making always a relentless pressure, very good fighter, very good puncher. So obviously, I consider him as one of the best pound fighters. So, and it's there not for no reason, it's for a reason. So obviously, it's a big challenge. But I'll be ready. I was training a lot and hard for this moment, so it would be a good fight.
Fantastic. Don't miss it, 12 rounds of boxing. This is for the interim light heavyweight championship of the world. David Benavidez versus Alexander Gvozdyk. Now let's move on to the lightweight world title. WBA lightweight world title is here from our fighters at this time. They've been itching to speak to you and to each other. I'll start with Tank. Tank, you've mentioned how much it means to you to be in this fight with David Benavidez headlining this massive event. That's great to hear from you. I know that you've been wanting to fight for a while. I believe you wanted to fight at the end of 2023. After your fight and your impressive win over Ryan Garcia, what kind of statement are you looking to make against Frank Martin?
I'm just, happy to be back in the mix. Again, probably happy to be, but for sure happy to fight at the MGM. I think this will probably be my second time fighting, but I remember coming to watch Floyd versus Cotto, I believe, and I walked through the front door and I seen all the celebrities and things like that had like mink coats on and things like that. So I always wanted to be a part of something like this, So I'm just grateful to be in this position and also be on this card with another young lion like myself, and we get the fans what they want to see.
Well, Tank, I know you bring out celebrities from all over the world, from all sorts. And it may be summertime, but I think we might see a few mink coats as well. So that's all courtesy of you. Frank, question to you. You've done everything possible in order to earn your world title opportunity. You're finally fighting for the world title. What does it mean to you for this opportunity for something you have always wanted the most in your life?
It mean everything. You know, I mean everything. I've been
You're
working
not even
for
talking
it.
confident.
I've been working for it. You know, I've been an underdog in this, and since I started.
This y'all
you know,
boy.
From the
The
beginning.
ones y'all roll with.
You know, so
This y'all boy.
like
don't even
now,
talk
you know,
like you mean it.
This is how you see. You gotta talk.
You don't talk like you mean
You
it.
be doing all that tweeting. You be doing all that tweeting. Let me
Yeah.
talk.
That's what
Let
I do
me
when I'm in
talk.
camp.
Let me talk.
I tweet.
Let me talk. What you?
There ain't nothing else to
Did you say
do.
you don't do all that talking?
I'd rather tweet than be outside.
Didn't you say you don't do all
That's
that
a
talking?
fact.
Huh? Alright then. Didn't you say you don't do all that talking?
You'll
Alright,
see.
yeah, you
I
gonna
promise
see.
you will see.
I don't- y'all know I don't do all that
And the people that's
talking.
rolling with you, they
Look,
will see.
y'all know I don't do all that talking.
That guy right there,
Hey,
he
y'all,
who he say he is.
y'all
I'm
know I
telling
don't do
you.
all that talking.
I'm telling you. Look at him.
Everybody
look
know
at his
I don't do all that
eyes.
talking. Look
And
at
y'all, the ones that
Look
roll
at
with
him.
him, look at his eyes. Look
Look
how
at
he
him.
are.
Look at him.
He's not that. He's not that.
Yeah, alright.
He's not.
You ain't been in
And
on
I'ma
nobody
show
like
y'all.
this. You ain't been in on nobody
show
like this.
y'all.
Nobody.
I'm gonna show y'all. I'm telling you.
Nobody.
I'm telling you.
Let me ask you a few questions about the
Nobody.
fight itself. Frank, to
Tell
you,
me.
what do you need to do
It's
to
gonna
slow
get
down
real.
Gervonta? What is
It's
it?
gonna get real.
How much have you studied him? What are you going to need to do to slow him down? He's one of the hottest fighters in the world today.
I've been watching everything. I know how his ass walk. I've been watching everything. I mean, when we get in, I'm
We
gonna
got
touch
that
it. I'm gonna
video,
touch
don't
him up.
we?
I'm
We
gonna
got that
touch his
video,
ass
don't we?
up. Just, I'm
Got
gonna
that
touch his
video,
ass
don't
up.
we? Yeah, the one with
I
yeah.
know how him and his whole
Yeah.
team walk. I know how they
Yeah.
all walk.
Yeah.
Well, Tank, how about for you? What have you seen in Frank Martin, and what kind of fight do you expect him to bring to you?
A brick hand, his best shot.
You better
brick
not
hand.
miss.
Huh.
You better not miss. You fuck around, and do some lunges, you gonna run into one. You know about
I
it.
just said your brick hand, dumbass.
Oh, I got more than just a brick hand, dumbass. What you talking about? Full arsenal.
No, you don't.
Yeah, okay,
No,
you'll
you
see.
don't.
You gonna see.
No, you don't.
You gonna see.
It don't happen over a couple what's the name? A couple months or 2 months. It gotta happen.
Alright.
You know what I mean?
That's
Gotta
like that.
happen.
I like that you got that.
You know what I mean?
that
I
you got that
started when I
mentality.
was 7, not 15. Come on, bro.
It don't matter when you start.
Come on. Come
When
on.
you started.
Come on. The trainer is coming for a check. I'm telling you that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
That trainer that's next to him, coming for a check.
Okay.
He know what type of, he know.
So
He been
where
a
does
trainer
it,
for a minute.
for both of you, either you, where does this immediate animosity come from? Have you had problems for a while with each other? Is it
No,
is
it's
this
just-
real? Is
it's
this just made up for the fight?
It's just it's real. This
Bruh,
is two dogs.
He's from the
It's two dogs.
suburbs.
It's two
He
dogs.
from the suburbs.
I ain't from no motherfucking
Me and him don't
suburbs.
got nothing
You
in
don't know me.
common.
You don't know me. What you
But
talking about?
but the
You
little
sound
female
crazy.
he got.
That's the problem.
But that little female he got, well, she probably around here somewhere. I'll catch up with her. Look.
Wait, hey,
Little
one
female.
thing. Hey,
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, with that, let's move on. Listen, this is a tremendous fight. June the 15th, Saturday, MGM Grand Garden Arena. Don't miss it. Tickets are available at ASX.com. Available Wednesday, May the 8th. Pre-sales one day earlier. Tuesday, May the 7th from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. ASX.com, use the code BOXING. Thank you very much for your attendance here today. We look forward to seeing you on June the 15th.